Welcome to a Binx Production. I'm Fred Woods and you're not. Okay, this is my commute test to school. During this section, I probably should have had it at about 2 or 3 at the most. I mean, 3 at the most. I really didn't need the assist. It was just fun going fast. Now I'm starting to go up a moderate hill, but this is going to get a little bit steeper here once I get over the freeway. Put it at, I had it at 5, and I think having it at 5 going up these hills really helped with making it so that I'm not just sweating. I want to be able to get to work so that I can work and not have to worry about my stinking or whatever. So I kept it going at 5 going up this hill, and then I turned the corner and then I went downhill for a bit. Yeah, going down this hill, that was fun. I could get up to, on my road bike, I've gotten up to almost 40 miles an hour. I think it was like 39 and a half miles per hour going down on my road bike. This bike, I was only able to get like 32. It's a bit heavier, plus the wind was crazy hard. As I turned into this primary road, it was 45 miles per hour for the cars. And that's not too bad when you're driving, but on a bicycle or an e-bike, I was like going, okay, this I wanted to get off this as fast as possible, so I kept it at 5. I don't know if I'll do that in the future. I think I might just keep it at 3 at the most. Because I want to conserve that battery. I really want to get 2 rides in to work and back before I recharge. As I turn up this road here, and it's a steep hill. I mean, it's really steep. I've ridden up on it on my road bike, and it's difficult. I'm probably doing about, I don't know, on my road bike maybe 8 to 10 miles an hour, at the most 10. And it's difficult to get up there. On the e-bike, I'm still going only about 10 or 11 miles an hour, but I have it on 5, and I have a good pace going up. As I'm going up this hill here, I realized I probably need to take the lane. I mean, getting over and popping back out, that's not giving drivers a fair chance to get out of the way. However, this vehicle right here just passed me in the oncoming traffic. That's kind of scary to me because, if there's someone coming down the hill, where are they going to go? Their instinct is to go to the right, and that's right where I'm at. I'm at this stop sign here, and I'm crossing a rather busy road. I mean, there's a lot of traffic on it, typically in the morning and the afternoon. And I like having that throttle that I can just take off right away without having to just get the pedal assist going. It really gets me across this intersection quickly. Here's another major road. I mean, it's a primary road. The speed limit at this point is 50. It's going to go down to 45 for cars. People, again, they travel a lot faster than 50 through here. I decided to wait a moment because you'll see this car just right now. Uh, they're close to that bike lane, and I don't like turning out into traffic when they're close to me. Uh, Most cars, once I'm out on the road, they stay clear of me. But for some reason, because I guess it's because it's on a curve, they're going to hit me or hit that uh, white line no matter what. I'm out on the road. It's not too bad. It's a little rough, as I'm cruising along through here, but it's not too bad. I'm going to be coming up to an intersection here soon where I turn left onto a neighborhood street, and I get a little relief from there because I know I can get through that street. There's a little bit less traffic most of the time, and I feel safer getting off this primary road onto a tertiary road. Hey Phil, good to see you, buddy. I'm into the neighborhood. I'm not too far from school. The road is a little bit better. I feel safer on this road. There's a few stop signs before I have to get there, uh, but right now it's a little bit better. Here I'm turning onto the road for the school that I work on. And I'm still a little ways away. It's not too far, but this road is being torn up. It's not a great ride. There's been a lot of construction on it. The people are, although they're I want to say they're respectful as I'm riding along through here, whether on my road bike or now on an e-bike. I can see the school. I'm almost there. And I was looking at my watch. I'm like, right on. It's like 19 minutes here. Okay, that took me about a little over 21 minutes to get here. I was fighting a headwind, and it looks like it took about a quarter of my battery to go that way up the hill and down. Now I'm going to turn it around and go out the bike path. I'm back on the road, and I'm heading home. I'm taking a different route home because there is a bicycle path that comes near the school. It's a little bit longer. It's about 1.75 miles longer. But the path is just bicycles and pedestrians and maybe some skateboarders and such, and road bikers, and I mean there's just a lot of people out there, but I feel safer because there's not any cars. Now I'm going to be accessing the bicycle trail you see here in a moment. I'm going to get out on it, and I got to tell you, the wind is blowing very hard. I'd say the last time I was out there on my road bike when it was blowing this hard, I was probably doing about 11, 12 miles an hour coming back in, maybe a little bit faster because I'm able to tuck and reduce my wind resistance. I'm out on the trail. It's blowing like crazy. I look down at my battery. I'm like, I need to take it down to a 2 or a 3 here. I want to conserve the battery because there's a lot of wind resistance. You can hear it. It's just crazy. I don't like having it down that slow, but I was looking down and I was still doing about 11 to 13 miles an hour most of the way. There's a few reprieves where I'm going a little slight downhill, and I start picking up in speed while I go into a higher gear. There are a few places where I go downhill and have to go along and come back up, and it's concrete, and I don't like the concrete. It's just terrible, especially on the road bike with the small tires. This was a little bit better on my e-bike with a wider tire. I kept on looking at the mile markers here, and I know how many miles I am from home. I'm approximately about close to 5.2 miles from home for right there at 3.6, and it's not too bad. Again, I'm picking up some speed because the it's relatively flat. I'm able to pedal a little bit harder, I know that I'm exerting more energy going back than I did coming in because I have at a lower rate for the battery coming in, and but I don't mind because I don't mind getting a little bit sweatier going home because I know I'm not going to be in front of my kids, and I can change when I get home. It's no big deal. Now I'm coming up to a place where I'm going to be going underneath the freeway, and it dips down and it has like an S turn going through there. And again, I have to slow down because I have a much larger bicycle that I've not ridden a lot. So I want to make sure that I'm going to be safe going through there. I always look, I don't want to make it so that I'm a danger to other cyclists, whether it's an e-bike or a regular bike. In a moment, I'm going to be overtaking another cyclist, and you're going to hear me call out, but you can see he's not hearing me. Part of it's the wind, but also he had headphones on, so he wasn't listening, and I was like, "Hey, dude, on your left, cycle left, or whatever." I need to get a bell. I need to get something so that I can have a better response ahead of time because I don't want to cause an accident. On your left. On your left. Thank you. At this point, I'm about 2 miles home. I elected to take the city streets rather than cutting back down over to bike path. Maybe next time I'll do the bike path because it'll be fewer stops and won't expose me. But I just wanted to get home, and that was what I knew how to do just right away. I didn't want to take a bunch of extra turns going away from home to get to the bike trail. Here's this intersection. It's notorious for people because coming into the bike lane because it's two lanes going down into one, or they're trying to turn into a pharmacy that's on the right hand side here. I have to be really careful. I've even on my road bike, people have their turn signals on, and then next thing you know it, they're going through the intersection and trying to turn into the pharmacy, and I'm going, whoa, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't do this. So I'm going to wait here for a moment, and even when I see them, they're starting to turn, I look over and I see that they actually turned back into the lane and went straight. I'm like, I'm already committed. I'm going to stay in my bike lane and I'm going to keep going. But that was a little scary. Ah, yes, one last turn and it's home sweet home. Okay, so that was almost 29 minutes coming back. However, I had a brutal headwind. I'm talking 15 to 25 mile an hour headwinds with some gusts in there. It was pretty brutal going west on the river trail there. And and then coming back, I had to only go like 2 or 3 because I wanted to conserve some power just in case. Once I got off the trail, I kicked it up to 4 and 5 and got home safely. I still have maybe about a little bit more than an eighth to a quarter of the battery left. Overall, I'm satisfied. I know that I can get there and back on half a charge, but I want to make sure that I can get there and back and not have to use so much energy because I want to do other exercising days.